Hi Taurus, this is your November 2021 spiritual reading. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right, we have the Pilgrim, we have the Sustainer, we have the Nectar, the Kiss, and the Ring. So it was interesting. In the beginning of your reading, I wanted to mention that usually spiritual readings are more focused on your spiritual growth, but sometimes they can include other aspects of your life, because everything is connected. We're not just, we can't separate our love life from our spiritual growth. It's all in the same. Bottom of the deck for you guys, we have the Unseen, Siren, and the One. So for you guys in particular, your spiritual journey right now has a lot to do with love. It's interesting because I feel like out of all the signs, Taurus, you guys are the least interested in love readings. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. But I feel like, and the reason for that might be because up until now, you weren't meant to be focusing on love. I do feel like you guys have gone through a huge cycle. It could be years, it could have been months, however long it was for you, where you went on a self-growth journey. And it's not like you just packed up all your bags and left. It's whatever took place in your life, wherever life took you, really pushed you to grow and to connect with yourself and understand yourself. And like, you're coming out of this last period, this last cycle of your life, feeling so empowered and completely different from who you were when you went into it. But yeah, I do feel like this past cycle that you're just putting to a close was all about you. Even if a connection was in your life, it wasn't meant to stay. It was only meant to show you. It was only meant to be a mirror for you, so you could have that deeper connection and relationship with yourself. The Sustainer, again, I feel like you guys are coming out of this so empowered. It's whatever you put your mind to, whatever, and you've learned this, you've experienced this, where maybe you were trying to do something or start something and there were just so many blockages and difficulties, but you stuck to it. You kept going. You didn't give up. And I feel like it paid off for you. And that's a huge lesson that you were meant to learn. That whatever you put your mind to, as long as it's meant for you and that it's aligned with you, it's yours. You just have to believe in it and not let anyone talk you out of it or make you feel insecure about it. Nectar, I feel like this is the last cycle you're putting to a close and what you're opening up. Nectar being here, once again, you're so transformed. You're radiating at such a higher frequency now that your energy is healing for others. Not only your energy, but for a lot of you, I do feel like you guys are some sort of artists or creators, where whatever you bring to life is healing for others. Like, let's say you're a musician, like the music that you begin to write now changes lives, like it saves people. And I feel like people will start saying that to you and coming up to you, and you're gonna feel like, wow, doing what I love, following my passion, this is how I give to the collective. I'm able to do what I love, and it also helps other people heal, and it helps them feel seen and heard and understood. And then we have the Kiss and the Ring. It feels like, yeah, but we have Siren, the Unseen, and the One. So this could be two. This could be an actual person that you're going to come across that's going to play a very significant role in your spiritual growth. Or this could be that you're literally seduced by the unseen, it feels like a marriage between your own feminine and masculine energies, and that's true power. That's true marriage. It feels like you're opening up. It's like you're shedding light on your subconscious mind, and you're not afraid of it. You're seduced by it. You're intrigued by it. You're not afraid. You're uniting with it, and that's when you become extremely empowered. It's like everything that was hiding in the dark, that was, you had no control over it because you didn't know what it was. And it's like now you're being forced to somehow, or choosing to face it, and you're not afraid. You're not rejecting it. You're not repressing it. You're uniting with it. You're taming it and integrating it. Yeah, this could be either an inner marriage for you, which again in spirituality is a very big deal, and it's when you truly stand in your power. You truly feel more whole than you've ever felt before. It changes your approach to life. You understand that everything requires both feminine and masculine energies, and they need to work together. And usually those energies within ourselves aren't always aligned, and we're not always, sometimes we disconnect from one of them, and that's extremely disempowering. And I feel like for you guys, you're uniting them. There's an inner marriage between you. But again, for others of you, this is a love that you're going to experience. With the ring being here, it's not necessarily marriage, but it's like you two are deeply connected spiritually. It's like you spend every lifetime together. You find each other in every lifetime. There is this bond between the two of you that, even if they're at a coffee shop and you step in, you feel like something is about to happen. There's something here. I feel this intensity that I've never felt before. And when you make eye contact with them, it's literally like in the movies, where it's just like all these memories come back to you, or parts of you that have been sleeping suddenly awaken. It's you guys trigger an awakening in each other, an enlightenment in each other. And that could be, it's like, for you guys, again, it feels like just eye contact is that powerful. When you share a kiss, it's an experience that is out of this world. It doesn't feel normal, it's almost like you guys are two divine beings experiencing true divine alchemy, where it's like everything, all the energies around you are coming together, uniting. You feel alive, every cell in your body feels alive. It's just a very intense, out of this world experience that you'll have, that's going to play a huge role in this next cycle of your spiritual growth. And with the siren being here, it's like you can't ignore this. Even if you're like, I don't want love in my life, I don't care for it, I'm focusing on myself, that the siren, the song, you're gonna hear it, it's gonna be unresistible. Your soul is gonna draw you towards this person. There's no escaping this connection. Again, it's because the bond you guys share is deeply spiritual. Whereas people around you, your friends, your family, might not understand how the two of you met, and then the next day you're just attached by the hip. It's like you guys know everything about each other. You're immediate best friends, and people might be confused by it, but it's because it's not for the ego to understand. It's your souls that understand this connection. And with the one being here, again, it feels this gives me twin flame vibes, like strong twin flame vibes. Yeah, wow, very, very powerful. Like, I'm sweating. It's very okay. All right, let's see. For Taurus, we have she who avenges, revenge, outcomes, justice. This could be something that you experienced in this next cycle, where it doesn't necessarily feel like revenge, but it's like you had to fight for yourself. Maybe, you know, you were working with someone who was cheating you and who was, you know, doing things behind your back, and you didn't just, you know, stay quiet. You fought for yourself. You truly didn't let anything get in the way, even if it meant that you had to, you know, bring the law into it or get much more serious about it. You did what you had to do to protect yourself, and like for most of you, it paid off. You got the justice that you were looking for, and it's because you stuck to it. You never gave up. Like, even like, let's say if this was even a court case, even if people were telling you like, no, you're gonna lose, just settle, you stuck to it. You believed in it and you won. You know, it's that kind of energy. We have she who radiates knowing, ambition, and confidence. And as I was saying, it's this past cycle in your life, this whatever it was you had to fight for, you came face to face with the warrior in you. And I feel like your respect for yourself went so high. Your confidence went through the roof because you won. You fought for something and you got it. You know what I mean? It just feels like this was an extremely empowering period for you, and it had everything. No one else was involved. It was just you. You didn't really need anyone's help to achieve this, and that's something that you really had to experience. That all of us have to experience, is to respect, you know, truly respect ourselves and see ourselves as this powerful, divine, like incredible being. And that's when love comes into our life. You know, that's when we're most aligned. You know, it could even be that you guys have this past period for you was really connecting to your masculine energy, to that emperor within you, to that warrior within you. We have she who questions, curiosity, destiny, and search. So, yeah, like I was saying, it feels like this next cycle of your life is all about, whereas in this past, it was really you focusing on the 3D, you taking action. This next cycle is so much more in the 5D. It's destiny bringing two people together. Like I was saying with the siren, it's like you're being drawn to somewhere, and you can't help but have that curiosity of like where it's gonna lead you to. Or if you meet this person, even if you didn't want any connections in your life or any love, you can't help but wonder what this intensity is between the two of you. Like, you can't ignore this because it's so divine. It's you guys are destined to come together, and it's because of that, you know, that wonder that you're gonna have, that curiosity, that you're gonna find such deeper meaning in your life in general by experiencing this connection. Like, whereas here you truly learned your power in the physical world, here you're gonna truly experience the power of divinity, and you're gonna understand destiny. You know, it's one thing to know what these mean and to use these terms, but it's another to experience it. That's who is able to teach about it and to share about it, because you've lived it. You know, you felt a connection you couldn't deny that was out of this world, that transformed you just by being around this person. So yeah, it really feels like this next cycle for you guys is so out of this world, whereas this past was so in this world, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, for most of you, this past cycle had to do with your career. Something about you and your abundance that you believed in, you fought for, and you achieved, and you succeeded, and you got what you accomplished your goal. You know, you did it. You feel very proud of yourself. You feel very independent, like you truly don't need anyone to rely on. You have what it takes, and you've recognized that. We have the World. Yeah, so an end of a cycle, a beginning of a new one. End of a cycle focused in the 3D world, and a beginning. You're beginning a cycle all about the 5D. It's an interesting situation. We have the Four of Pentacles. You know, it's like there's a treasure chest in your life. And for me, usually, I think everyone has a treasure chest in their subconscious mind, that whenever they want to access it, they have all the gems, they have all the answers, everything that is destined for you, that you could desire is within you, is within your reach. You just have to go into that unknown, go into the unseen, and be unafraid, which is what you're doing. You are in such a place of power right now that even if you come face to face with your inner demons, and I put that in quotations because they're not demons, they're just parts of you that you've kept hidden in the dark for so long that they're scared and they have to pretend like they're this big monster when really they just want love and compassion. But yeah, you're able to come face to face with it and not be afraid and see it for what it is without letting your emotions muddy the water. But yeah, you're about to open an entirely new treasure box now, whereas, you know, you already accomplished so much physical abundance. Here, whatever you're opening up to is going to not only bring you more abundance, but so much spiritual wisdom. And it's like you have the secrets of the universe within you. I don't know, it just feels like this is going to change your life forever. This is going to change everything for you, how you approach life, what you want from it, what path you're going to choose to take. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's like what you're about to discover, what you're about to witness is gonna make you so excited to go out into life again and to follow this new path. And here, you know, there's a dragon. So for some of you, it could be that this journey that you're so genuinely fired up to go on is an internal one, is to tame those demons within you, to go deeper and deeper in the dark in your subconscious mind and discover different aspects of yourself, to become more whole. It feels like a Harry Potter kind of world, you know. It's like you're entering into a magical universe. And a lot of people, like, once they have a very deep spiritual awakening, they literally begin to see energy radiating off of everything. Like when they look at a tree, they see like this sparkling light around it. They see life, they see energy, and that makes the world magical. You know, I kind of feel like that's the kind of experience that you guys are gonna have. We have the Moon. Yeah, the Moon, the subconscious, the dark, the unseen. You're about to take a deep journey into the underworld or your subconscious mind, and you know, you're gonna come out of it even more empowered than you are now, but not in a physical sense, in a spiritual sense. Like you're gonna have a straight connection to the divine. And that's very important for you guys, because if you know you have strong Taurus in your chart, right, your soul, your sun is in Taurus, You're destined to create in this life, right? And you can create anything, but once you open that pathway between you and the universe, the divine, God, whatever you call it, everything you create is from your higher self, you will forever be on the right path because you have that direct communication. It's the divine is able to use you as a vessel to help the collective, and this allows you to do what you love. Again, like I was saying, if you're a musician, this allows you to follow your passion, while at the same time changing the world. This is like, some of these readings people don't understand until they experience it. Like, I remember I had a similar reading to this loved one for Leo a while ago, and some people just didn't understand it, while there were others who, once they experienced it and they came back and they were like talking about it, it really was like they experienced something out of this world, something magical. They had a true divine experience in the 3D. And that's what this whole next cycle is for you guys. It's like, people might not be so confused if you talk about this stuff to them because they don't understand it. This is at such a high, you have to be at such a high frequency to be able to connect with the divine in this way. So don't worry about people not getting what you're talking about or thinking you're crazy, because most people don't have the honor of experiencing the divine so directly. All right, Taurus, we're gonna end your reading. Let's see if there are any okay. We have wisdom, number 22. Acceptance, number 4. And we have discernment, number 10. Again, it feels like, the reason most people don't go through something like this is because, again, you cannot be afraid, because once you're afraid, you lower your frequency, and that's when you are kind of able to expose yourself to lower energy beings, right? And I don't want to say this to scare you, because I don't think, and that's what any of you are going to experience, because of what you just came out of. The cycle you came out of gave you so much wisdom, in the sense it showed you how powerful you are. It really helped align you in a way where it's like your roots are so strong now that a storm couldn't, break you or throw you off. You'll stand your ground no matter what. With acceptance being here, I feel like for a lot of you, you went through a significant healing journey where you learned to accept yourself and respect yourself and honor yourself in a way that you haven't before. And again, I know I keep repeating this, but it's because you truly saw what you were capable of. You truly saw how powerful you are. And this wisdom and this confidence that you gained is all necessary for what you're about to experience, because you're able to use discernment. You're able to, shadow work isn't clear cut, isn't simple, because a lot of times, like, we'll look at a certain pattern in our life or a certain core belief we have, and you have to go deep and follow that and see what it's rooted in. But it's easy in that process to blame or to find, to think that something is causing it when that's not really the case. But I feel like you're going to be able to use your discernment. And it's because, again, you're not allowing your fear and those lower emotions to muddy the water for you. You're able to see clearly, even in the dark, even in your subconscious mind, you're able to see clearly. I don't know how you're doing it, but you are. And so this next cycle for you guys is going to be extremely magical and divine and out of this world. And I just want to say, enjoy it. It's an experience that's just magical. Like, that's all I can say. This is pure magic. All right, Taurus, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.